Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is February 28, I almost said 19, 2026. I turned 54 today. Anyways, I'd spent the day just resting in bed. I'm spending the birthday alone today. But decided to go to Daiso, and good grief, this area is hopping. Took me a while to find a parking space. I'm actually parked in front of the Kura sushi bar, you know, where they had the little conveyor belt sushi. Not gonna eat there. I don't know if I'm actually gonna go grab anything out while I'm out, but decided I need to go to Daiso because my chopsticks are starting to get low. I usually get bamboo chopsticks just to have bamboo chopsticks. I do have stainless steel ones and the plastic ones and all that, but there's nothing like the bamboo chopsticks. So come hang out with me. I'm over here by Warren Parkway and Preston Road, and I did park in front of the Kura. It's Daiso or Daiso, I don't know how you say it. It's way down there. Most people around here call it Daiso, but my friend Paul corrected me on it, and I don't remember what he corrected me to. I do have my radio with me. This is a really small radio. It's a Yaesu FT4X, and it's really nice because it's compact. I usually just throw it in my pocket and I'm good to go. Don't have the higher decibel range antenna on it, but it still works wonderfully with the repeaters we have set up in Denton County and some in Collin. There is a pho house called the Texas Pho. I believe there's a hot pot place over here as well, but plenty of barbecue places, like your Korean style barbecue. That's where I'm headed. Daiso. Lots of cool stuff in the store. Thank you. They do have a camping section in here now, so this is rather new. It's of Japanese style camping equipment. A little grill. Guess that's a hold your coffee filter to brew some coffee. How cool is that? A tree saw, which we have those over here. It's actually pretty useful. It's a grill gripper. Pull the grate up on the grill. I could use that for my little barbecue stove, or my charcoal stove rather. Got these little mini spoons, wooden mini spoons. It's pretty cool. Of course, you got forks. Guess these are more forks. Is that still more forks? Yeah, these are all forks. I almost grabbed these thinking they were chopsticks, but nope, those are paper straws. I think I'll pass on that. They have reliable storage containers. In fact, here's a reliable storage container. Well, I found the chopsticks, but the kinds I want are not here. They have something different every time I am here. Could be some Coca-Cola ones. But these are rounded ones when I want. I really don't have any rounded ones, but they have these multi-packs like that. More of an oval than a rounded section there. I guess I'll go with these. You do have to split these up. Never mind, I found them. They were kind of hiding back there. 35 pair. They're not the splittable kinds. They're round. These are perfect. So got 4 packs of them. Bingo. Oh, check it out. They got a fishing section too, including some rods here. Well, all I got was the chopsticks, and they were actually $1 or more per pack. The last time I caught them, for like $2.44 a pack. They were like $1.50 or less before, maybe $1.44. But they're good chopsticks, and they'll last me a while. I spent less than $10, so I don't have much to complain for 140 chopsticks for less than $10. That's still a pretty good deal. Take my radio out of my pocket. Don't want to crush it. Gotta remember it's in my back pocket there. This radio is small, but it's not necessarily just the radio that helps you when you have the infrastructure to work with. We have a repeater in Denton. It's a 146.92 repeater, and they got remote listening sites all over the place. In fact, just up the street here, there's a tower, a mile or 2 or 3 up there, and it's a listening location. It's our Frisco voter is what we call it. And so 300 watts out from the main site at TWU, which I was there earlier this week. With this little 5-watt radio, does an amazing job. In fact, I'm inside my car, got a metal cage here. KF5 LDJ, portable. And of course it's not picking up, so let me check on that. KF5 LDJ portable. it's me that's having the problem. I guess I got just enough metal to block that signal. KF5 LDJ clear. Yeah, if I had an external antenna, it would have been an issue. But there's a lot of noise and stuff as far as radio around here, so that's on me. But it's nice to have just a portable radio. And I'm not even in Denton County right now. I'm in Collin County, but I can still reach it rather well. It can hear me at least. I just can't hear it inside this vehicle. I guess I got too much RF interference going in here. But it's nice, portable radio. It's less than $100, I think. It does a good job. It does a great job. And I better get going here because people are trying to find parking spaces, and I guess I'm being rude. All right, reposition myself, but the 90 is not the only repeater that I talk on. There's another one that's actually down the road, and it's a single repeater. It does not have listening posts throughout, but it's our LARK, L-A-A-R-K. It's a Lake Area Amateur Radio Club. Their frequency is 147.38. I blanked out. 147.38, and it actually has a positive offset, and PL tone, which is the same PL tones as most around here, is 110.9. A PL tone is a trademark of Motorola. It means privacy line. It's not really privacy line. It's the proper way to say it is called CTCSS. It's continuous tone coded squelch something. It's been a while. But basically what it means is it transmits this really low sounding tone, which you really can't hear it on the speakers. But you can actually transmit it to the mic, and we'll open up the repeater as well if you use your cell phone, a little tone generator from that. But that basically lets the repeater know that, hey, this is a legit transmission, and it's going to open up and start repeating what it hears. Now, this repeater here, I believe, is only 20 watts is all we're transmitting out, maybe 25. But it has a huge coverage area. In fact, I've talked on it in near Oklahoma. I've talked on it by the Dallas Zoo, using a mobile unit, not a handheld. But being close enough here, I should be able to hit it and hear it from inside my vehicle. This is KF5 LDJ, portable. And I can't. Did I mess up this antenna? That's got me curious. Maybe I messed this radio up somehow. That's got me curious. Stick it out the window, see what we get. KF5 LDJ, clear as a bell. That's baffling to me. It really is. I guess it's just the area has so much RF interference it's going to cause the issue. But I pulled up to the mall here. They don't really like cameras in there. I respect that. But I'm going to get some exercise, do a little bit of walking here, and I'll be back with you soon.
A few hours later.
Well, that was interesting. Got one lap in, and had a lot of, I guess you call them hooligans. Just some kids misbehaving very badly. In fact, they got a little surprise visit by several off-duty police officers there. In fact, I did see a couple on-duty squad cars pull up, so hope they dealt with that. It's a really nice mall. It's a really nice mall. It's one of the newer malls. A lot of malls are dying. I did see a couple of empty stores there, but you know, they got some stringent rules there. They got the for those in Texas, the 30.6, 30.7 signs. They don't like you carrying it in there, but you know, something to think about. So I got a theory. I'm trying to figure out why my radio is not going out, and I'm gonna guess it's my camera system. Although I don't want to shut off now, but I'm going to be doing some experimentation on that, seeing why an HT can't hear repeaters outside the vehicle. That just seems awful weird, but yeah, I do a lot of ham radio stuff. Do a lot of volunteer work. I got radios for 3 different radio services in my vehicle right now, and just want to be prepared and help out where I can. I'm going to say something very controversial, and it might upset some sad hams here, but amateur radio is a secondary hobby. Let me say that one more time. Amateur radio is a secondary hobby. Now that's going to offend some people, but think about it. Amateur radio is fun. I enjoy playing with it on the primary, I guess, but it also is if you look at emergency management and NEMS and all that, it falls under ESF number 2, which is emergency support function number 2. Now we do bike rides, we have ham radio meetups and stuff like that, but the primary is our primary hobbies. Ham radio supports it all, and it makes it a lot more fun, a lot more easier, and you do a lot more with it. So definitely a hobby to get into, and there's contesting, there's all kinds of things, but it is ham radio that makes it possible, but it's a secondary hobby. So most hams have more than one hobby, and you know, I do a lot of volunteer work. You know, I enjoy playing the guitar on occasion. Haven't really much lately, but it's a secondary hobby. It's a hobby for people who enjoy hobbies and enjoy doing other things, and it supports it all. So very important. It is a hobby and a service, but to me it's a secondary hobby. I get to do my volunteer work because of it, and the skill sets that we have because of it. So just something to think about. You know, is ham radio your only hobby, or do you have a bunch of other things you enjoy doing? But I'm gonna head on home, grab something to eat on the way. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. But for now, y'all take care, be safe, bye.